Hello everyone, I'm Vince.
And I'm Katie. We're just a normal, everyday family raising our 2 young boys, Luke and Landon, with our 2 dogs, Bella and Baxter.
We sold most everything we owned to travel the country in a camper. We want our boys to have experiences discovering the wonders of nature, exploring unique local sites, and learning from all the fantastic people we meet along the way.
We're living on our very own highway to happy, and we invite you to join us for the ride. We're outside the hotel. It is almost 6 in the morning. We're going to get an early start to get home. And Vince is just checking everything out one more time, making sure all the electrical connections are ready to go. And we're going to see what we can do. We're going to try to drive it farther than the quarter mile that we took it from the dealership lot. Keep your fingers crossed.
Just checking over the camper one last time before we hit the interstate for the first time. Leaving the hotel right now, headed home, about 8 to 10 hours. So here we are, we're about an hour into the first pull on the interstate. Everything's pretty good, though we had a little bit of a problem as soon as we got out on the interstate. One of our little cargo doors on the camper flew open and was swinging in the wind, so we had to take an exit, pull off the side, shut it, and get back on the road. But other than that, it's pulling pretty good for the first time. The truck does a good job. Everything's expected. Right now it looks like we're getting about 8.1 miles per gallon, so about 4 miles a gallon less than without pulling the camper, so that's a good little difference. But so far so good, looking pretty good. Sun's coming up, it's a nice day. Hopefully it stays this way and be home about 7, 8, 9 hours. Wow.
Pulling into our first time pulling it into a rest stop.
I think we're good. First time in.
Uneventful. We like that. So for 2 people who don't know anything about how any of this works, I think we're doing all right considering. Vince is doing great, pulling the 5th wheel. We've been on the road for 3 hours. We're doing okay. This was our first stop to a rest area. Pulled in fine. So far so good. I mean, we had the one minor incident where we had to take a detour and close one of the doors underneath, but that's been the worst thing that's happened so far. We're chugging along okay. Glad the boys aren't here. I mean, we want to have the boys with us, but glad the boys are safe at home and not adding to the chaos. We for once have enough chaos without them, but you know, keep your fingers crossed. Maybe we'll make it home in one piece. We'll see.
We're now about 5 hours into, about 5.5 hours into our drive back from picking up the camper. Got another 3 hours probably to go, and now I'm officially a veteran at pulling this thing. We can take this thing anywhere. Going from an average speed of 60 miles an hour to we're all the way up to about 73 now. Feeling good, pulls good. Checked all the connections, the hitch, all the bolts, all the tires, everything looks good. No, doesn't look like there's any issues at all. But so good trip so far, and looking forward to getting this thing out, taking long trips, going to see the state parks, going to see the lakes, and just having fun, seeing meeting a bunch of new friends, seeing what's out there.
Never asked you this. What are you looking forward to the most about us traveling full time?
I don't know. Good question. Probably just getting the family, the kids, and everybody out together on the road, seeing new things all the time. Always looking forward to just taking hikes in new state parks, seeing new zoos and science centers, and just going on all the adventures, learning new areas, up and down the East Coast, or eastern part of the U.S. The first year looking forward to, but really got a little bit of extra excitement that when we decide to go out west, see all the western United States, which we haven't seen a lot of. Looking forward to that. It's going to be fun.
So I just asked Vince would he, and we haven't, I mean, as much as we talk about all of this and so much of this has been the details around the logistics of how do we do this. But the question that I had just asked him, what are you looking forward to the most? Now he wants me to answer. I think that what I'm looking forward to the most isn't one specific destination. It is certainly not living in the camper itself. What I'm looking forward to the most is just showing our kids the country, because I think that, and some of it I haven't seen, some of it Vince hasn't seen, but for us to see it together as a family, and for the boys to see it, and especially to see it through their eyes, and for them to learn about our country and the history of our country, and to meet great people, because there are just so many great people out there. I just want my biggest excitement is just to experience it with the kids and show them everything that we can show them and teach them everything we can teach them.
I have another question, and see, sometimes when, I'm sure many of you can relate, whenever there's small children around, you don't always get to talk to each other this way. And we've had all kinds of time the last 2 days to talk with each other about things. So now I'm just asking him rapid fire questions on different things. What are you looking forward to the least? What do you think is going to be the most unpleasant aspect of this?
Oh, that's probably just some of the conveniences, simple conveniences that we're used to having. 3 bathrooms, things like that from the house. Just a lot of extra space probably in the house to do things, to not be cramped. That's probably the least exciting part, but I think it's going to be fine with what we have. But it'll probably feel a little cramped.
Especially at first.
Yeah, especially at first. But just not having all the extra space, extra bathrooms, and your private space to go to. That's probably going to be my least favorite part.
That'll be the dog's least favorite part.
Yeah, the dog's not going to like that either.
Yeah.
But then again, most of the time when we're home, we're all in the same room anyway.
I agree with that.
Yeah, we're always in the same room.
Actually, he makes a really good point where our master bath right now is big enough where all 4 of us can be in the bathroom, and there's a separate door to the toilet and all of that, but the 4 of us can be just in our bathroom with the sinks and everything, and the dogs too. So 6 of us, and we do it I would say almost a daily basis. It's a little chaotic sometimes with all 6 of us in the bathroom. So I'm kind of looking forward to just having enough room for me in the bathroom. I can't lie about that. That might not be a bad thing. There could be such thing as too much space. I might not say that a lot once we're in the camper, but there could be such thing as too much space. So here are my things that I think I'm looking forward to the least, and maybe they won't be a big deal as we start to travel. I think one of the things I'm looking forward to the least is having to put the dogs on a leash all the time. We have a nice big fenced backyard, and just for them to go potty, that's pretty easy. And then now to get 2 leashes out and which we take them for walks, but then so many times a day doing that, I'm really not looking forward to that. I'm a little concerned about the lack of a dishwasher, and I'm gonna miss my Roomba. I love my Roomba. I'm gonna miss the Roomba and the dishwasher. Those things help me a lot. So that part I'm not too thrilled about. And my other one that I'm hoping isn't a big deal, but just not knowing where I'm going. You know, now I take the kids to certain places, we go to the store, you know, all of just the general places that you go to on a weekly basis. I know when it turns, you know, the road turns into a right turn lane only. And all these new places, I don't know that. You know, just the unfamiliar. Of course, it's the reason we're doing this is to go to the unfamiliar, but I think just small logistics, does that bother you any? That doesn't bother Vince any. But just the ease of getting from place to place and us not knowing where to go, I think that concerns me a little bit. Maybe it won't end up being a big deal. Maybe the lack of dishwasher will be a bigger deal. But those are the things that I think I'm going to